Uber and Lyft claim to be very concerned about the environment, and environmental activists are saying, yeah, bullshit. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and Uber and Lyft both make wild claims about how they are helping the environment. They are here to save the environment from people. By using an Uber and a Lyft vehicle, you are sharing cars. With Uber Pool and Lyft Line, you are slowing down on bad emissions in the air, you are sharing your vehicle, you're not wasting a lot of resources by having one person in a vehicle, and we are helping the environment. While as common sense people would say, well, but there's a lot of Uber and Lyft cars on the road, more so than people just who would normally drive, because if you weren't trying to make money, those cars wouldn't be on the road. And for that matter, a lot of the time those cars do have just one person. They're just driving around in circles, not driving anyone. So, and congestion has become a major problem since Uber and Lyft came along. So a lot of people I think are very well aware that Uber and Lyft doesn't really help the environment. But environmental investors are also calling Uber and Lyft's bluff when it comes to going green. According to this article, some environmentally focused investors are not ready to buy into Lyft or Uber, worried about the climate impact of this year's two most closely watched IPOs. Both companies hope to push people away from car ownership and promote shared and sustainable transportation services, among their many ambitions that they have already reshaped traffic in major U.S. cities. Lyft began trading on Friday. Academic and city planners are still studying whether the companies will help reduce carbon emissions by making better use of existing vehicle fleets or increase them by clogging traffic and diverting riders from trains and buses. But even as the companies argue congestion has many causes, including growing city populations, some investors cite early indications that ride-hailing technology puts more, not fewer cars on the road. Quote, as far as I can tell, they're actually putting more cars into the congested areas and they're pulling business out of the transit system, said Murray Rosenbluth, portfolio manager of the New Alternatives Fund, which aims to make socially responsible investments. This is not an area where New Alternatives is going to get engaged. Joshua Brockwell, a director of Azad Assessed Management, which also factors environmental issues into investment decisions, said both companies also face the issue of drivers deadheading or driving around in between fares. And yeah, that's true. That actually happens. One of my favorite videos from another UberTuber is this is what your Uber driver's like, and he's driving along and he's like, come on, get a ping. Come on, get a ping. Come on, get a ping. And then he finally gets one. And it's like, I mean, it's funny, but it's also a sad reality that, yeah, that's what it is most of the time. And doing that is not helping the environment. Now, granted, when I was making advice videos, I told people, don't drive around and not do anything. You know what I recommend people do? And I got to kind of lean over real quick to pick this up. I'm sorry. I told people, grab a book, pick someone up, drop them off, go around the corner, park the car, turn off the engine, and read. And read until you get a new ping. That's what I recommend people do. But most people don't do that. They just drive and drive. And sometimes there's reason to drive. You might be seeing, oh, well, about a mile down the road, there's like a surge. So not that you should chase surges, but if it's right there and you're so close, just drive a little closer. You might have a better chance at getting it. So I understand it, but that's what it is. So that's not helping anyone when you just drive around. While both also aim to reduce private car ownership, he said that's I don't know why they put that A there. That's not an eco-friendly goal in and of itself. It's overall miles traveled and carbon emissions that count. I agree. If anything, like what they should be doing, like they should be saying, okay, here's the two goals. We want to reduce people's ownership on cars. That's one thing. But the other thing we want to do is all the cars we put on the road, we want them to be hybrids or electrics. We want to have vehicles that are primarily on the road, not using gas. That should be the second goal. Representatives for several other well-known climate-focused investors said they do not buy IPOs or are not ready to weigh in on ride-hailing, including Green Century Funds, Boston Common Asset Management, and Parnassus Investments. Research shows mixed results. A 2017 University of California at Davis study found ride-hailing boosted use of commuter rail but pulled people away from buses and light rail. In addition, people often used the apps to take trips they previously made by walking, biking, taking public transit, or not taking it at all. A study by the San Francisco Country Transportation Authority found that about half of new congestion in San Francisco from 2010 to 2016 was from ride-hailing. Average speeds in the city stood at 20.9 miles per hour at the end of the period. Researchers found 3.1 miles per hour slower than the start. Drivers for Lyft and Uber often travel far to reach urban areas before they even turn on the app. It is common for drivers from California's Central Valley to drive close to 100 miles to San Francisco in search of more lucrative fares, which, I mean, look, I know you make more money when you go to San Francisco, but if you're doing like 100 miles every day, that's not helping either you or the environment. Lyft executives, including Chief Policy Officer Anthony Fox, said that the company has taken other steps to combat congestion, such as showing bus arrival times on its smartphone app and investing in bicycles and scooters. Yes, because the bicycle and scooters, that's where it's all heading, apparently. Lyft also says it spent millions of dollars on carbon offsets in 2018 and supports transit infrastructure. Quote, "We are on a long path. We didn't get to this level of congestion in our cities overnight." No, but it did worsen almost overnight. Uber did not comment. Now, here's the other thing. There was a, let's do this real quick. Uber congestion pricing. Because here's Uber's and Lyft's method of trying to fight congestion. Therefore, congestion pricing. They, in fact, are one of the biggest backers of congestion pricing, in which they had spent some $2 million on a lobbying campaign to get congestion pricing passed since 2015. And I think this is mostly a video, but that's because they don't want to field... Oh, sorry, that was the... that's the wrong one. Did I think I lost the article. Sorry, folks. But anyway, they don't want to deal with all of this. They just don't. It's like they know they are part of the problem. They know this. They know that their cars are creating congestion. They're spewing more pollution in the air, but they want to actually act green. And their whole thing for acting green, I might as well put the images there, is that, hey, we'll just tax the riders. Although, interestingly, they fight taxes on them personally. Like in Georgia, they just tried to have the drivers rally around, oppose a tax hike. They said, we don't want to make the riders pay more. And yet, here they are pushing for taxes as long as it's environmental taxes. So, yeah, Uber is definitely in this for and Lyft, because, Lyft isn't innocent in this. They are in this for themselves, and they're taking advantage of us. They're taking advantage of everyone, really. But we're going to leave that one where it is. There's really not a whole lot more to say about this. This is a fascinating video. It would be really nice if I could actually see, or not see, but hear what it is they're saying. But, they're probably just talking about what... BS this is. Anyway, what do you folks think? Do you believe Uber and Lyft are green? Do you think they're contributing to the solution? Do you think they're contributing to the problem? I'd love to know. Oh, there's an ad playing. I'm not getting paid for that ad, so we're going to leave it there. But I'd love to know. So comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional. We're going to go over here. I know it's not, it's, oh, this was the article. This was the article. I found it. Okay. Sorry. Probably going to be one of my more mocked videos. But anyway, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly. And you get access to my exclusive Patrons only blog. And check out my Apptrepreneur vlogs video for more vlogging videos and other news stories that are not covered on the main channel. And if you want to talk to me or other fellow rideshare drivers, check out the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. You got to get approved to enter, but we've been approving a lot of people, so you've got a pretty good chance of getting in. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.